that we're doing with Raflow versus Mr.R.
Absolutely.
And that's a set that none of you want to miss. So make sure you do stick around.
Absolutely. This is Europe at its finest. We are talking about BMS Raflow, the best Palutena in the continent, versus Mr.R, one of the most seasoned, not the most seasoned player in the continent. This is Smash at its peak.
Yep, absolutely no time wasted. We're heading straight into game one. We've got the seasoned Palutena, everybody expected it, versus Mr.R's Aegis. It was going to be a toss-up between either the Sheik or the Aegis, however, definitely seems more comfortable fighting this character with this DLC Pack 2 Tyrant.
Yeah, putting all of his chances on his side, going for the Aegis, but hasn't paying quite well. We know that Raflow has a lot of experience there, and what a call out for starters, going for the side B to rack just a little bit of damage, and he's gonna work much more if you want to make up for that lead.
Yeah, straight out of the gates, Raflow wasting absolutely no time. I believe that was just 40 seconds into the game, and F Smash is let rip. Incredible call out, as you said, Ori. Raflow is looking to waste absolutely no time. He wants that top 8, Ori. He does not want to sit around. He doesn't want to take this to game 5. The closer we get to game 5, the worse this looks.
Definitely, and look the momentum he has, going for those resets, going for the amazing ledge trap, good positioning there, aware of Pyra's options. Oh my god, but look at Mr.R, good positioning as well, catching the landing with the grab and setting up a little bit of an advantage state there. 88%, that's not much, but it's definitely enough for Pyra to kill.
Yeah, like we said, Raflow has just got his foot constantly on the gas, and he's not looking to stop, no matter what Mr.R thinks of this situation. He's just going to keep going 100%, well, with a full stock, a full chasm between the two, and he is not looking to make that gap shorten in any way, Ori.
Absolutely. He still, however, needs to be careful, because Mr.R has been on a roll. He's been on upping the antes. Look at 104%, barely touched. Gets the back here, however, from Raflow, and has to do a little more to get back. He was on a good in a good position to get the comeback, but the upper is gonna make it. He was almost making it even, but Raflow is not letting the situation getting out of his control. Going always for those side Bs just to scrap a little bit of damage, but is it really worth it?
Yeah, I mean, it has just been a hit or a miss with the side Bs coming straight off the Angel platform, Ori. But Raflow's movement has just been so impeccable over the course of this tournament. We saw earlier, whether it's Samus or it's Palutena, Ori, it really doesn't matter. His movement will be crisp and just so clean.
Absolutely pristine movement, always dodging Mr.R's attempt at attacking by a hair. Look again, his positioning. He uses so well the slingshot as well. Every single option he has for mobility, he is going to use it in his favor. Also using a lot of attacks to stop Mr.R's approach. Still on that momentum. Will that up and make it? Not quite. Mr.R dodging it by a hair.
Yeah, it's incredible. You see Raflow moving around in just this bubble around center stage. It's just textbook stage control, isn't it? Or you're just staying and deviating from center stage lightly to get your hit, and then you move back to reclaim it, saying, you want center stage, come pry out of my hands, Mr.R.
Absolutely. As you've said, definitely, he is the king of the hill. That stage is his turf. He doesn't want anyone else in there, but Mr.R making a fray for himself, going in there, taking control of the situation, even though he's by a hair, almost losing this game, still finding that side B and bringing Raflow to his last stock.
Yep, nicely done by Mr.R. That was a beautiful side B. Despite the impeccable DI on Raflow's part, it is not going to be enough. Signs of life from Ramen currently. He is fighting and continuing to fight. However, that fight has now concluded as we move into game 2. Raflow going 1-0 up on Mr.R.
Yeah, going 1-on-1 with such an amazing start, such a head start. That first stock was crucial. We've seen him on a roll. We have seen him not stopping, not letting Mr.R prepare himself, and that was the same momentum that he kept and the same lead that he kept all the way through that first game. Mr.R is gonna have to stop the Raflow machine if he ever wants to have a chance at advancing a top 8.
Yep, you know, Mr.R is just going to have to try his absolute hardest to, like you said, just halt this momentum. Raflow is just coming at you with so much pressure, all these moves, just taking advantage of Palutena. utilizing this character to her absolute fullest potential. And Mr.R, he's on his tournament life right now. The two of these players are fighting to make it to top 8. They are both equally as hungry as the other. However, one is just slowly pulling ahead. Raflow's play has just been so on point.
And you can see, like you said about Raflow's fundamental qualities, the stage control, the textbook Smash Bros. This is something that is very important against Aegis, which in short is a very fundamental character as well. So it really is about the player matchup rather than the character, which brings us to the counter pick, which brings us to the Ninja. Sheik is gonna be down. Sheik is gonna be back for the second game of the set.
Yeah, Mr.R swapping back and forth earlier during the set with T, decided to trust in the Sheik, however swapped over at the very end to the Aegis, hoping to yield some better results. And yield better results it did manage to take a game. However, we're seeing the complete reverse, and that is the beauty of just having multiple characters. It can suit your situation. You're not locked into one trying to make them work.
And as much as Raflow is a very seasoned player as well now, I mean, he's been playing for the whole entirety of Ultimate, I don't believe he has as much experience against Sheik, so the unfamiliarity might play in Ramin's favor.
Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense. I mean, do you see any Sheiks when you're roaming around France?
Not that much.
Yep, not any tournaments that I've seen, and especially none quite of Mr.R's caliber. I mean, this is Sheik piloted by somebody in a whole other league. This is the best Sheik on this planet.
Absolutely, world class. So Raflow is gonna have to show that he is familiar with the game. He's gonna have to up the antes if he wants to have a chance, and you can already see that the dynamics of this game are much different. Even though Raflow has the lead now, he had to fight much harder to get it.
Yeah, Raflow obviously still pushing ahead, but the momentum has definitely been halted to some extent. Down tilt to up air, not going to quite take it. That is the beauty of Town and City, definitely working in favor of the Palu player.
Definitely, but as much as Sheik can be a better pick, he still needs to find those kills. We've seen it all and all again and again. Sheik can struggle to kill, can struggle to land a hit, and when you have a character like Palutena that can Edgeguard you so well and can rack up damage so easily, this can be very dangerous. Again, we've seen such a crucial lead from Raflow, 72% already on that stock.
Yep, irrespective of whether you are 100% or if you're 170, that down tilt up air will find its mark, regardless of what you have to say about it. Now, stocks evened with Mr.R piling onto the percent, looking to bring it back to an even fight. Definitely does not want to be on the back foot. I mean, who wants Story? Everybody wants to be in the driver's seat. Everybody wants to take the game.
Everybody wants to take the game, of course, but so far, Raflow has been doing a much better job at keeping the lead, at keeping the control, at actually showing the dance, as we say here in France. And at 119%, he might bring Ramin again to his last stock. Good down tilt, however, good conversion from there, getting the position of advantage, shielding the explosive flame, and still taking his time, spacing. He is the king of the hill now. He has the stage control and using that frame data to his advantage to keep at it.
Yep, and unlike some other players, Mr.R definitely wiser to the situation he's in, not looking to overextend when he does have Raflow on the edge. However, being on the edge is exactly where Mr.R wants Raflow. Definitely wants to take advantage of the shorter blast zones, however, not going to work out in his favor just this time. Now moving on to his final stock. Still on the back foot, as he has been this entire game.
Absolutely, now here we go. We had the washing machine, 28% on deck. That's pretty nice, but he's going to have to do a bit more. Great conversion, great awareness with the grab. Amazing, 51%. This is getting a little bit dangerous for the player from the Netherlands. Ramin is getting very shaky right now, Yabuki.
Yep, things are just slowly slipping right out of Mr.R's hands, Ori. Things are progressively getting worse and worse. We're seeing flashbacks, like getting deja vu to game 1, Ori.
Definitely. Even though they started differently, even though the Sheik has been playing a little bit better, it's still in Raflow's advantage, and it's keep at it. Look at him go. A lot of back airs, a lot of conditioning though. He almost had the grab. Mr.R, can you find the kill there? Great attempt with the needles, but not quite.
Yeah, we knew exactly what he was looking for, and you could see the vision clearly. However, Raflow not going to get caught out so easily. That bear almost taking it. Mr.R in such a precarious position. However, the up B fighting back for him, giving him back his stage control and giving him another chance, saying, don't mess it up this time.
Do not mess it up, Mr.R. Do not mess it up. However, he gets caught on the roll. Oh, the back throw. We've seen the red spark. It was almost a kill, but Ramin fighting for his life. Gonna have to eat explosive
flame. Find its mark, sending Ramin into his tournament game. This is such a precarious position for Mr.R, isn't it, Ori? This is not a situation you want to be in. You're fighting to make your way into top 8. However, all you've done is found yourself in the hot seat. You're now in the danger zone.
Absolutely. And something I've been noticing about Mr.R is that he has been counting on his character, has been focusing on about his own plan. But during this whole time, has he been taking information out from Raflow? Has he been trying to get the download? Has he been trying to get crucial information that can make a difference in the player matchup? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It is fundamental that you have a little bit of those informations to get the momentum going for you, especially with characters like Aegis and Sheik. So now we're gonna see the Aegis back at it again.
Yep.
I hope this game 3 he can play a little bit better, because Raflow is definitely looking very dangerous and about to qualify for top 8.
Yeah, Raflow is just looking nigh unstoppable right now. I mean, we saw Mr.R deep in thought, but in the transition between games was definitely thinking of something, and it seems he definitely chooses to believe in the Aegis, the power of the Aegis, that is, Ori.
Definitely the power of the Aegis that has been paying so far on this first stock, 93%. We've seen it, how it can go, but we know that Raflow can make it back quickly and easily. Palutena is a character that can rack up damage quite nice. Good parry, however. Good way to stop the approaches from Raflow. But a surprise explosive flame conversion into the up air manages to get the first stock out of the way.
Yep, a beautiful, beautiful opener from Raflow, segueing all the way into Mr.R, losing that stock. Beautiful plat drop up air into a nair. Raflow is just, he can't be stopped today. He's just moving so beautifully.
Absolutely unstoppable, and using that small battlefield layout to his advantage so well. This advantage state is through the roof. Stellar, amazing so far. 45%, however, it's not that much, but it's still well deserved. He's gonna have to fight a little bit more, and Mr.R still has a little bit of leeway, a little bit of room for mistakes if push comes to shove. However, at 74%, you have to be careful. You have to watch out. Do not let the situation get out of your control. Do not let it slip.
Yep, it just seems... I mean, Ramin is nothing short of amazing, Ori. We all know that much. However, it just seems like there are two cars racing against each other. However, one just has slightly more speed, and as time goes on, that gap just widens and widens, and it becomes a gap that is impossible to ignore, and the pressure just piles onto Mr.R. I'm hoping that Ramin can find something throughout all of this.
And he will have to find it if he ever wants to survive, because this is game 3 on with 2 points for Raflow. So he is on his tournament life. His last stock, tournament stock, it is getting dangerous. 50% already accumulated. That is getting very dire for the player from the Netherlands. Raflow coming back very comfortably. 94%. The switch on Mythra. He needs a little bit more percent if he wants to be at kill percent, but Raflow still seizing the opportunity. A lot of neutral airs, putting him in his dire situations where he feels like he cannot escape.
Yeah, beautiful. Raflow is unstoppable today. I was just about to ask, what can you do, Ramin? And that answer is nothing. Raflow just with a completely dominant 3-0. Look at him. This celebration, this smoke, these lights are he's definitely deserving of all of this already.
Definitely.
Look at him.
It is such a dominant display, and you can hear the crowd behind us, the BMS crew, proud of their boy who qualified for top 8.
Yep, the BMS crew will pull up for their boys no matter what. We saw them come out in full force for Bloom, and we've seen him do it again for Raflow. He's going to carry that momentum all the way into top 8. Congratulations to Raflow, you have now qualified, but unfortunately, Mr.R, you will be eliminated.
He will have to bow down, he will have to yield. Raflow, definitely the poster boy of this next generation of Smash Bros. A wonder.
Bloom.
Absolutely, absolutely. What a display, Yabuki. And with that said, we are going to, I believe, the very last match of our very short